Hi, everybody. I'm Butch Stearns once again here at the Activate Network Summit. I'm joined by Cecyl Hobbs, the VP of Business Development of Activate Networks. How you doing, Cecyl?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm good, and this was a great day and a great event, wasn't it?
We're really excited about the results and the outcome. Lots of people were talking about the value that they got out of the sessions.
Value is a word that you use as a biz dev guy.
Yes.
You're always looking about value with your partnerships, with your relationships. Talk about how long you've been with Activate Networks, what's your history, and as a biz dev guy.
Absolutely. So I joined Activate Networks earlier this year, at the beginning of the year, out of a consumer-oriented startup. It was a software as a service. My background, I like to say I'm a recovering management consultant.
Hi, my name's Cecyl.
After business school, I joined IBM's Life Sciences Group. So there's sort of an entrepreneurial startup within a large corporation that I worked on and helped be a part of the team that grew that to $1 billion business in 3 years. Then I got the itch to kind of see a broader set of problems. So I joined Deloitte Consulting, helped build a business over there, helped establish some presence in India, and then got the itch to really build something big. So I joined the startup world.
So when people say Activate Networks, Cecyl, congratulations, what do they do? What are they? What do you tell them?
So what we do is we help companies and organizations uncover connections and influence between individuals both outside their organizations and inside their organizations. So we shine a light on the important influential customers, groups of customers, the connected communities of customers, so that they can take the appropriate action in terms of targeting, in terms of influencing behavior. And we work with organizations at looking at their internal employee networks. Some of our research shows that actually leaders in organizations tend to only correctly identify 50% of the key contributors. So there's a huge opportunity to improve organizational productivity. We've been through the first wave of IT implementation to improve organizational productivity. We went through the second wave with right-sizing, offshoring, right-shoring of organizations. So we've hit a limit in that. Now companies are looking for growth. They're looking for better innovation, and they're looking for better productivity around employees. And we think the difference between how the org chart looks and how work actually gets done is the key to figuring that out.
Well, it's fascinating what you just brought up, how leaders often misidentify who the key contributors are or who the influencers within your organization can be. So let me ask you a question about within and from the client side. So from within your organization, in the short time you've been with Activate Networks, what do you find is a common pain point? What is one discovery, and when you start working with a company that they find out, what's a common discovery that they find out about that surprises them about an influencer within?
Right. So there's always this kind of aha moment of, we had no idea that XYZ was overloaded with work and was a bottleneck to productivity, was a bottleneck to getting decisions made. We had no idea that someone 1 degree or 2 degrees removed from that person was actually capable of stepping in and helping offload that person, but simply wasn't because they hadn't been given responsibility. We find that there are candidates for leadership in the organization that management has no idea about. How many employees leave a company because they're dissatisfied? Quite a few, because they've not been identified as leadership potential. So
where does the organizational network fit into that?
Right, so the organizational network fits into that in terms of peers and superiors being able to identify who's essential, who are energizing people in an organization, who are people that sap energy out of an organization, who are people that are critical to getting stuff done. We've all been in an organization where you know that there's this go-to person who can help you figure out how to get stuff done in the organization. Lots of companies misidentify those people or don't value those people. We help identify those through organizational network mapping by helping the companies and the employees in those companies see where that actual demand on that person exists.
And is it different from the client side, from the customer side, when you're talking about social networks and the power of it from your customers, from your best clients? Is it different? A different strategy or a different way to find that out?
So the underlying methodology of looking at connections, strong ties, weak ties as we call them in the trade, is the same. Some of the mathematics are the same. Getting the information about individuals and the connections they have is a little bit different, and what one does with that information is a little bit different. So if I'm a pharmaceutical company and I'm looking at accelerating product adoption of a new product, or I'm looking to increase product adoption of an existing product, I'm looking at which physicians in a network are most influential over prescriptions throughout their entire network in my marketplace, and how I decide to start calling on those individuals with my sales force, how I
Right.
intend to start targeting those with marketing efforts
Right.
is different.
And it's interesting for you because you need to practice what you preach, because in biz dev, you're thinking about the partnerships you're going to form. You're thinking about the clients you want as your advocates. So really, you need to practice what you preach from the
Precisely.
biz dev side.
Absolutely, and we're. It's funny. There's a bit of the new car phenomenon. You know, when you buy a new car, everyone on the road seems to all of a sudden be driving the car that you purchased. Right. So now, after having been at the company a little while, I view many things through this network lens, and so I'm always thinking of how these connections are happening and exist whenever we're prioritizing or targeting a set of partners, potential partners, or potential customers, and who has influence over whom.
Continued success, Cecyl.
Thanks a lot.
Nice talking with you.
Likewise.
Cecyl Hobbs of Activate Networks. We're at the Activate Network Summit 2012.